What's up, Internet? You can call me Soup, you can call me Kyre. Either way, my name is Super Kyre, and welcome to my living room, where I've got the Honda Monkey at today. Why? Well, because not too long ago, I was being the typical idiot I am, and I was trying to do a wheelie, and I kind of broke the tail light there, you know? But it is what it is. Good timing. I just got this channel monetized. Thank you out there in YouTube world for hitting that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate that. You know, I was gonna go ahead and get the standard tail light lens because I figured, oh, you know, it's just plastic here. Should be cheap and easy to do. But in Honda's infinite wisdom, you know, this whole piece right here, instead of just being able to replace the lens, it's all one unit. You got to replace the LEDs, this whole thing. And that's $190. $190 for that. So I'm like, nah, I'll go ahead and upgrade. So let me show you what I did. I went on to Man in the Box and I ordered this Blaster X taillight. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. All right. Nicely wrapped. Oh, came with a sticker. You know that's gonna add 10 horsepower. I ordered this Blaster X taillight here. Integrated taillight. This was only $120, so we'll go ahead and slap that on with integrated turn signals and everything. I mean, that looks pretty good. I don't know if it look good on there. But that got me realizing, with this being an integrated taillight, it's gonna leave holes where the turn signals are, because obviously I ain't gonna leave those bulky, ugly turn signals on there. So I ordered the plug kit to get rid of the ugly holes where those turn signals are, because those are all gonna come off. So that was 20 bucks. So this was 120 bucks, that was only 20 bucks. Not too bad, right? Much cheaper than a new one. But then it got me thinking, if I'm cleaning up this rear end, it's gonna leave those ugly bulbousy turn signals here on this front end here. That ain't gonna look too good. So, let me show you what I got here. So, on Man in the Box, I went ahead and ordered a set of these Risma, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. We'll find out. Risma turn signal lights. Now these were actually quite expensive. I think they were $140. I don't know. We'll see what they look like. I might have overspent on them, but we'll see. However, I was thinking about that as I ordered those, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to accept the M8 light here. See, these here, I haven't taken that apart, but I don't think that is going to accept the M8 bolt that the aftermarket turn signals come with. So what I did is I ordered an adapter kit for that to hopefully be able to accept the M8 bolts to be able to install the Risma turn signal lights. And that was $20 itself too. But the good news is, it came with these nice Man in the Box stickers, so again, you know, 20 extra horsepower. And while I was on the website, I really been wanting a new exhaust for the Monkey, because, you know, let's face it, this thing might as well not be running whenever it's running, because it is quiet. I love the way this looks, how high it is. I love the stock exhausted look. Forgive me, the bike is quite dirty right now, but you know, I ride it, so what? Love the way this stock exhausted looks, but I hated the way it sounds, and I really wanted that Yoshimura RS3 exhaust, but I couldn't justify paying $700 for the exhaust, so I went ahead and ordered this TB exhaust here. Make a mess, you know, the old lady will kill me later. So I went ahead and ordered this TB exhaust. I mean, that looks pretty nice, and it's nice and lightweight, so, you know, weight savings, right? And that was only $300. Because I made a promise that I would only spend what I made on YouTube upgrading this bike. And at the current time of making this video, I've made about $5.46 on YouTube, so by my calculations, with a little bit of quick math, that means, carry the one. That means I'm probably in deep dog doo-doo and sleeping on the couch for a while, but hey, that's like camping, am I right, fellas? Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get to installing some of this stuff, see how it changes the look of the bike, and maybe, just maybe, because it was 70 degrees here in Western PA, and now it's like 20, that's why I'm doing this in my living room. welcome to PA, right? Maybe it'll warm up and we can go for a little bit of a ride. So let's go ahead and get to installing this stuff and yeah, pitter patter, let's get at her. All right, so to get this tail light off here, it looks like I'm gonna have to go down underneath here and remove this inner fender, which is pretty gross because, like I said, I do ride this bike and I live in the country, which creates a second problem. I'm not sure if that's mud or cow manure. Oh, well, you know what? There ain't nothing to it but to do it, so I guess just don't get it in my mouth, right? Anyway, we're gonna have to remove these 3 bolts here, obviously, and then I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's a couple pop rivets right here that we need to remove. It's pretty simple to pull down. We'll go ahead and rip that down, and that should expose the wiring harness and maybe some more bolts up there to get it out. I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch a video, so I have no clue what I'm doing, so if I can figure it out, pretty sure you guys can too. Oh, I'm making a mess. Guys, don't be doing this in your living room, especially you married fellers out there. I'll take the heat for you, but trust me. I just hope she don't come home. So I got this drop down. I'm not gonna remove it all the way because of my license plate lights there. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 bolts up here, 10mm bolts. Looks like we just removed those and that whole plate should pop out. Should is the key word, so we will find out here. Well, since I got giant hands, I went ahead and removed the inner fender anyways, which is the plug there, and now I'm gonna have to resolder my license plate lights, but oh well, I was having a hard time getting my fat fingers up there to twist all of that. So yeah, we gotta get these 2 more bolts off and it should come off. All right, well, I can't get my rubber off, so it's becoming a problem here. My fat fingers are not quite small enough to get in there, which I guess is not exactly a bad thing when it comes to the ladies, but yeah, it's a bad thing when it comes to working in small places. Wait. I need an adult! Oh, hey, where the hell did you come from? I need an adult. But 2 guys rolling on the floor together, working under...
Real tight, trying to find your rubber.
Look, I found my rubber, man. It's right there. My problem is I can't get my rubber moved back far enough to get the doohickey off, and my fingers are just not working to get that in there. So can you finger my monkey? Okay, so we figured out the problem. I was fingering the wrong spot. There's a clippy right there. Just use a little screwdriver and it pops off. Yeah, like I said, don't be as stupid as I am. But, use a little common sense, which I don't have much. Should be able to do this. So now we should just be able to pop these plugs off, and this whole tail light assembly should come out. Alright, so we got these hideous tail light assembly out. I think we got about 4 Phillips screws in there that should pop out. Again, I did not watch a YouTube tutorial, and I am not a YouTube tutorial guy, so I'm just an idiot with a camera. I'm just figuring this out as I go. Alright, well, son of a bitch. Unfortunately, okay, so now I'm gonna... Oh, well, that was a lot easier than I thought. Okay. Couple bolts here, looks like, to remove that, and then we should be able to pop the Blaster X in there. So a couple bolts right here to get rid of these nasty-ass turn signals, and we should be able to throw it back in. Alright, so this clip here, just don't be an idiot like I did, actually comes out of there, and you got to take the lights off of this. So as you're struggling to get that and then that thing pops off, don't worry, it looks like that pops back in no problem. So yeah, this is what happens when you're kind of stupid. Alright, well, just in case you are as dumb as me and you're trying to figure out how to put this thing back in, just so you know, you got to put that back through the hole here, and then this is hard to do one-handed, and then it'll go in. So you don't have to spend a half hour trying to figure out how this stupid thing goes back together. I was just stupid for us. So there you go. Now you know how to put it back in there. Alright, so got nuts in my mouth. Oh, sorry, I had to get the nut out of my mouth. Get your heads out of the gutter. Alright. So the little cap goes through here. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then you just put the bolt on the other side. Little nut. It'll give you a nice cleaned up look so you don't have the hole. I wish that was black though. It would look a lot better if it's black. Maybe I'll take it out one day and spray paint it. I don't know. But at least I won't have that ugly hole. Alright, so putting the Blaster X back on is pretty simple. It does have these little sleeves right here you use, I guess, instead of the washers. We'll feed those wires back through there, snap that all back together, and that will be the new tail light. So, alright, well, we got that all put back together, and I gotta say, that does look pretty cool. Again, I do wish those bolts were black, but, well, it is what it is. Now, one thing I did notice that the stock turn signals have more wires than these. This just has 3 wires for the integrated turn signal. So reading the instructions, which is not something that I am commonly doing, is reading instructions, because, you know, that's not what men do. We just put it together. But apparently the green wire, if I'm reading right, does the right turn signal, the brown wire does the left turn signal, and the gray wire, you put that to ground, and that works a strobe, which I might hook up. I didn't even know this had a strobe effect. I may very well do that, see what it looks like. Well, let's go ahead and slap that back on the monkey and see what it looks like. Okay, so green wire goes to right turn signal, right? Which one of these is the right? I guess brown goes to blue. Yep. Oh, shit. I guess there's only one way to find out. We'll figure out if right is left and left is right. Okay, so we figured it out. The green one connects to your blue wire up here. The brown one will connect to your orange wire. The green ones here, I don't know what they do. Now, the problem is we got hyper flash issue. And when we connect this here, it does all kinds of crazy crap. So I gotta figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna hook the strobe light up or not. I might just clip that and leave it go. But for once, I actually get to say I'm a little smarticular than I usually am, because I anticipated the hyper flash. So I did order a new relay. I'm not really sure where this goes yet. But let's go ahead and get to the front turn signals, get that installed, and then we'll figure out the relay and fix this hyper flash issue here. But I gotta say, it does look pretty clean here. We do have it on the bike. Working. Kind of. Okay, well, I got the back all put together, so I'm gonna go ahead and start here on these front turn signals. Don't know really how to get into it. So let's see. I don't know if we can see inside of there. Looks like there's a bolt here. And probably one down there and one there. That's going to be a real pain in the butt. Same with over on this side. Gonna go ahead and rip that apart and start getting into it. Get these turn signals off. Get them replaced. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch out that relay. Which I did happen to find that it's down there. Don't think you can see it too well. That's gonna be a real fun thing with these big bear paw hands, so I'm probably gonna have to take that tank off. But we'll get to that last. Let's go ahead and get these turn signals on here. All right, well, unfortunately I got this out, but as you can see, the wire goes inside of there, which means I'm gonna have to take the headlight bezel out and hope that there is a connector in there so we can quick disconnect that so we can get that turn signal out. All right, with the headlight out, yeah, there is some quick connectors in here, so we'll go ahead and pop this off. Well, in case y'all were wondering, that is what the turn signal plate looks like. So I was right. Definitely is not going to fit an M8 aftermarket bolt. So got these plugs here from Man in the Box. So gotta figure out how to put those on there. I'm gonna guess it goes like that. That looks about right. And I'm not real sure how that goes. That snaps in there. Okay. Try to open up these Prisma lights, which is really hard to do with one hand. Really hard to do when you're stupid and you don't cut the little tag thingy. Okay, now $140 a set. At least they got it wrapped pretty damn good. It's a good looking light though. What did it come with? Some bolts, some rubbers, more rubbers, connectors. Well, let's go ahead and get this installed onto there and get it back on the bike. Alright, well, we got the front end installed, and I gotta say, those look pretty clean. But let's go ahead and see what they look like. Now we got hyper flash, but we'll fix that in a second. These little lights are very bright, blinding the hell out of me. Okay, that's good enough. We'll go ahead and switch out for the relay over here. Bought this little relay because I was actually smarticle enough for once, which is not a thing that I get to say about myself very often. And I'm sorry, I am actually using my cell phone to record this, but I do have other cameras going, but you know, thought this would be an easy way to go. Alright, so we got the seat off. I think we're gonna try to remove this bolt. I'll put a rag up here, see if I can lift that up just enough. And for you guys out there, no ABS means you got a nice little cubby compartment in there. But anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that bolt, put a towel, see if I can get to that relay. Okay, so you can see the relay up in there. Problem is my fat fingers won't reach it. So I think what we're gonna do is get a stunt hand. By that I mean, where's my kid? You can get your hand in there, my dude. Because I don't feel like taking that whole tank off. Try it on the other side. Because you can see it right there. Is there a clip though? It looks like you're gonna have to push it forward to get it off the clip. Alright, well, you know, having kids is sometimes handy with small hands. We managed to get that out the side there, so let's go ahead and swap that out, put it back in. The new one, let's go ahead and plug that in. There's the old one, plug that in. How the hell does that even clip on there? You plug that end into that plug.
So they'll give you a...
Make sure it's plugged in right. There you go, good job. Okay, unfortunately the relay wasn't exactly the same. I guess it was like a universal thing but what I did is just kind of zip tied it into place because I don't have a bolt that fits that plus my fat fingers. So, well, that ought to hold it for now. And I don't think I'll be changing this out anytime soon. Alright, well, the living room is now a mess, which I'll clean up. Mia's not too happy about it, but she'll get over it. Let's go ahead and take this on. That's a pretty cool function there. Nice clean look, no more turn signals in the back. Those little ones in the front. And here we go, nice and bright. No hyper flash. Everything buttoned up quite well. Alright y'all, I think I'm gonna end this video right about here. We'll save the exhaust for another time. So until next time, my name's Super Kai, and remember, just because it's a dumb idea, don't mean it won't be fun. So go out, have some fun, enjoy your life, and most important of all, be kind to one another. Peace.